Hello, friends. Havoc gets NJPd. Havoc enjoyed her time stationed with the Marines, PT at O'Dark 30, battalion humps, McMap, field days, and running her little chapel. Life was good. Her brother went on his second tour to Iraq, and she was there to see him off. Their dad even took a traveling nursing job near their base so that she could spend weekends with him. They would eat sushi at the fish joint in Oceanside, go fishing on the pier, enjoy beach life, beer, and even tried surfing. Havoc drank with her Marines at the barracks and hung out at the smoke pit surrounded by friends and laughter. Then one day her phone rang. She slept with her pink Razor Motorola under her pillow in case her brother called from Iraq in the middle of the night. The voice on the other end of the phone was not her brother. It was the monster's voice. Her stomach dropped. "Havoc, I miss you. I want you back. How could you leave me? You know nobody else is ever going to want you. Come back home now." She hung up without answering him. But the dam inside of her that was protecting her from all the trauma she had gone through burst open all at once. Anxiety, panic, flashbacks, overwhelming pain all crashed over her in waves. She fell to her knees. She tried to push it all back down. She could not. This was her first episode of experiencing symptoms of post-traumatic stress, although she didn't know this at the time. The only way that she knew to cope with her out-of-control emotions was to get high, become numb. That was her go-to coping mechanism before the Navy, and she didn't know what else to do. She went to the separation platoon barracks where she knew the Marines had weed. She got high. She got herself under control. Everything was going to be okay. She locked her post-traumatic symptoms back up inside where they couldn't take control of her. And now she had to keep getting high to keep them locked away. Her OCD and addiction personality kicked in, and she cared about nothing else but staying high and having a good time. Drink, smoke, laugh at the Marines and their shenanigans, lock away the madness. She was smoking weed in the morning before work, at her lunch break, immediately after getting off work for the day, and then she would drink until she fell asleep. It was the only way that she could function and still do her job. She began to show up to formation stoned with bloodshot eyes. Her Marines started calling her Sheba, and it was a running joke that she was never not high. She would drive around base with a Marine named Chavez, smoking blunts and blasting Jimi Hendrix. They would go to UC San Diego on the weekends and party with the college students, doing mushrooms, drinking, and smoking weed. Then one day, the shit hit the fan. The Marines that she had smoked with after work were moved into a different barracks room. This new room happened to have a vent that went straight to the duty hut. The duty NCO came into their smoke fest, called the MPs, everyone was arrested. Havoc's chief was called. Life was suddenly not great. Havoc was NJP'd and busted down to E1, put on restriction and extra duty. She finally told her chief why she had started smoking weed again, and she was sent to a therapist. Havoc was not ready for a therapist and refused to talk. The NJP had scared her straight, however, so she did her best to bottle up her trauma once more and move forward. She even quit drinking. She began running after work to help control her anxiety, sometimes up to 16 miles per day. If she was exhausted, she couldn't think about her trauma. She began to look forward to her brother's return from Iraq. She worked hard and got her rank back. She began to study for her third-class petty officer test, and her command helped her put a package together asking the Navy to give her another chance. Havoc and her dad were at Camp Horno for her brother's second return from Iraq. He had lost his best friend while they were there. He was not doing well. Havoc and her father tried to be there for him, but had no idea how to help.